And I want to stand here with John at the wall and kind of break down what we've seen with this latest drought monitor map that was recently released, and some good news. We were hoping with all this rain that we would get some good news related to the drought. Looks like we've got that.
Absolutely. And just a few weeks ago, this is what the drought monitor looked like. The deep red indicating exceptional drought, the very worst. And then you were also seeing those red hues encompassing, honestly, most of the state, which was that second worst case of drought. So last week we had already seen some updates. You gradually saw the smaller of that worst of drought, but this past week's drought monitor completely eliminating that worst case of drought as well as the extreme drought from almost everywhere. There's that one little holdout
a little bit way up at the top of the state.
Just a little bit.
So for the whole Bay Area here, it looks like we're only in moderate drought.
Yep.
And getting better,
And getting better, yeah. So just a little sliver of severe out towards Solano and eastern Contra Costa counties. But yeah, moderate drought. Who would have thought? And we're only in January. Now, typically our wettest months are still ahead of us. So that's
so we got that really to look forward to. And we were talking with Sarah and Michael up in Marin County. Looks like those reservoirs are looking great.
I know, the Marin County reservoirs.
And statewide. So this rain that we've been getting, have we been seeing that all across the state, or has that mainly been a Northern California thing?
There's really only been one spot of the state that hasn't been seeing a lot of rain, and it's like the deserts around Palm Springs. That's pretty typical, though. Southern California's been tapping into it, too, though. Our long-range forecast for next week, though, look at these changes.
So this is the question.
This is all starting middle to end of next week right here. And it looks like California is actually going to fall into a period of below average precipitation to close out the month.
So that's what that below means.
That's what this means right here. So this is your 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook. Starting the 19th. So again, this is like the end of next week. It looks like we're actually going to end the month on a drier note, which is honestly at this point a good thing.
So we need some recovery time before, like you said, the wettest months of the year come upon us. So outside right now, I know we've got, I think, the Golden Gate Bridge camera set up here. We're looking nice and dry. So today's a nice little break before the rest of that rain comes back.
Absolutely. Today is the break, so enjoy it, because you know this weekend's about to get wet too. That's likely going to make even further progress on the drought monitor for next week. So as James and I were talking, it's actually really nice that we're looking at a dry end to the month after this very wet weekend. Yesterday's rainfall alone amounted to 2.5 inches up in parts of the North Bay. Richmond, you saw an inch of new rainfall. San Francisco got pretty close to that. So yesterday's rain, adding on top of weeks upon weeks of rain, caused some issues all its own. Where we're sitting on radar this morning, it's so nice and calm out there. Not a lot going on. We are seeing some heavy rainfall to the north of the Bay Area, and that will make its way up into Humboldt and Del Norte counties along the north coast, but that's where it'll stay. Today, our breather. Tomorrow, return of rainfall, mostly late morning into mid-afternoon. We're going to continue that wet pattern through Saturday into Sunday and on into Monday, too. Tuesday, it looks like a breather before one final resurgence into Wednesday, and then that drier trend starts to take hold that I've been alluding to. Futurecast shows today's dry weather. You'll see peaks of sunshine between the clouds, and then we work our way into tomorrow with the return of rain. Now, it will start to pick up towards mid-morning, but really the heaviest of it is into the afternoon. We'll see heavy pockets again, kind of timing out similarly to what we saw yesterday, which was lighter stuff in the morning, then those heavier downpours smack dab in the middle of the day. We'll continue to see rain into Saturday and Sunday, too. Futurecast of rainfall totals for tomorrow showing anywhere between 1/2 inch and 1 inch for urban areas. Upper elevations in the North Bay could see 2 to 3 inches of rainfall tomorrow, so still that flooding risk for your Friday. And then you add on top of that this weekend and through next week, and it looks like we've got around another 3 to 6 inches of rainfall in the forecast before we dry things out into the end of next week. Flood warnings still remain in effect for areas like Forestville, west of Santa Rosa, and then also up into Mendocino County for a few spots. And we're taking a break from advisories in the Sierra today. Winter storm watches take effect tomorrow afternoon through Tuesday afternoon. Feet upon feet of snowfall set to be piling up there. More snowpack's a great thing, especially with temperatures falling. That there on Sunday, that's that light, fluffy accumulation that you love to ski on. Good to see it. As for our high temperatures today, it's going to be 60s for your highs. It's not just our driest day of the forecast, it's also our most mild. So Thursday is one to enjoy. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, it's back to watching movies, staying at home a little bit more. Tuesday, it looks like another break. One final resurgence of showers come Wednesday. Then just on the other side of the 7-day, it looks a whole lot drier.